Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. God belongs to the elders from the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Northern the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Akim Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will be edifying. This lesson is going to go into those that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shai. Be coming to some times that we're gonna have to stand stiffly for the name of the Lord, because the scriptures tell you through the testimony that they overcame the beast in the system through the testimony and through the blood of the Lamb. All right, so we got to be mindful that the truth that we are engaging in, this is the only weapon right along with our faith that we need to combat this system. Because if you stand on the foundation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord is going to take care of the rest. Primary example, right? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the reason why they were delivered is because of the testimony they had, all right? And they didn't bow to the image. So you got this guy by the name of Cam Newton, all right, for the New England Patriots. Jake, and everybody that watches football should be familiar with who Cam Newton is. But it says New England Patriots frustrated with Cam Newton's reluctance to get Vanessa. All right, so basically they're dropping him to some. I think that unless he comes to terms with getting it, then he's gonna resign from the NFL, because he said he's not dealing with it. So Jake is taking a very aggressive approach to this whole thing, to the whole mandate and stuff like that, because they know in their spirit that something isn't right. You know, they know, and there's been countless of videos that's coming out. And on top of that, you got the prophets that's flooding the internet with various videos and so forth. So he's having a hard time getting people to see his side of view. And then you just got certain people, they just ain't fucking with that shit, man. They're like, I ain't fucking with that. It's like it takes 12 to 14 years for a safe, to be developed. So something that's less than a year, are you kidding me? And is experimental. So, they're not looking very favorable upon the decision making that the governments are making. And also, this video here by Double7, it says massive protests in Greece against mandatory jabs. Okay, now, what the hell is wrong with you, Billy badass Americans? I mean, like, you're gonna let them, and I'm, and this is a good thing, but I'm just speaking in terms from an outsider looking in. Okay, and when I say that, meaning that I'm speaking in terms as a third person party, eliminating myself and my personal preference, or what I already know what this is about, from the equation. So if I was the average person, I would be pissed off at you Americans, man. I will be pissed at you, because I'm like, wait a minute. You got France, you got Greece, you got Turkey, okay, you got parts of Istanbul, you got freaking down there Venezuela, you got South Africa. Every place in the world is going through protests, and they're fighting this whole thing. Even in the UK, they're fighting this stuff. Okay, so you gotta ask you people in America, what the hell is wrong with you people over here? I mean, you got a bunch of people that's like, oh well, we ain't dealing with it, but ain't nobody got mad yet. Here they're moving in closer and closer on your freedoms, and yeah, you people are still sitting there. But see, the problem is, because you Americans, you're very docile, you're very uppity. Okay, you're too sedity for your own good. When actually, out of the poll ranking of the most intelligent people on the earth, you receive the lowest of the lowest. Okay, so you're not very bright at all. You're waiting for shit to get that bad before you decide to go ahead and say something about it. But it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late to apologize, man. And then you got the Confederate states, or the red states, and the blue states. And the red states, they are taking a more of an aggressive approach to not dealing with it, but they're dealing with it. They're just basically playing a whole conservative role to make people think, oh, they're going to be okay. So as many migrants down in Texas and Florida and those southern states, because technically, they have a more fiscal approach to the situation. They're like, well, we ain't fucking with that shit. So what happens is they're in a way making you think that you're gonna be safe. But reality of it is, all these leaders, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, all part of the same bird, bro. Like, I was in Wingstop yesterday, Don't judge me as a guilty pleasure. I was hungry, all right? Wingstop. So I was getting some little, I was getting some little bonus wing. I had like 70-cent wings, and Jake came in there, and we got to rapping a little bit, man, about certain things. And I'm like, I don't trust neither one of them motherfuckers, bro. I'm like, I don't trust either side. Fuck them. He said, yeah, because they're part of the same bird. I was like, yeah, see, so Jake, man, they're knowing something is off with this place, but they don't take it a step further and seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They will not do that, okay? Because now it becomes too technical or too spooky, like Polite said. He said they call it spookism. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. So yeah, man, we're gonna have to come at times we're gonna stand stiffly, and this goes perfectly into the last video I did. Was called decisions. Okay, decision making is very primal for this time we living in, because one false decision or one bad decision you make, it'll cause you to, it can take a turn for the worse. It's like being in a boxing ring. Every punch, every jab, every sidestep, every dodge counts, man. If you throw the wrong punch and he counters it, then that can lead into a knockout. All right, so be mindful of that. But anyway, I'm gonna play this video, and I got a few presets we can go into. We gonna end it.
This is Dabu 7. You were looking at a sea of people that took to the streets in Greece protesting against mandatory vaccination. Many people taking to the streets and clashing with the police and standing up for their rights and voicing their opinions. This all began yesterday as these protests broke loose in Athens, people clashing with the police and people not happy about the talk of mandatory vaccination. All this is set to go into effect September 1st inside of this country. And there were thousands out here in this Syntagma Square rallying, as you can see here. People were on the rooftops filming this, and people were saying that see all the tear gas being emitted right there, all those clouds, that was drifting its way to the upper balconies, even to where this person was filming, and they can say that it burns bad. There was that much chemical disbursement in the air during all this. But you can see here, the crowds of people rallying, and you have to ask yourself, what is happening in your country? What is happening in your neck of the woods? Are people making a stand against tyranny? Well, if it's not happening in your neck of the woods, you better find somewhere that's making a stand close by. You better get with it, or you're going to get left behind. If you want to join us, we're having a march Tuesday, September 21st in the Northern Kentucky area. Email me, dabu7@yahoo.com, if you want to join us and get active and actually get up off that ass and do something.
See, right there proves how this world don't have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because he's talking about taking a stand. And the scriptures say he begins to command them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? That's the only standing we're going to do is for the name of the Lord. You're not going to get victory over this beast by marching with signs and going to different congressmen and leaders and telling them how you feel. Look, bro, they don't give a shit. They got orders from the elites, from the higher echelon, the shadow government. They got orders to go forth with it, man. They got orders to go. If you people don't comply, then hey, this is the reason why they building certain camps. They said, okay, you know what? We're not finna deal with this. We know what we're doing is fucked up and wrong, but hey, for what? You don't like it, then hey, off goes your head. And that's what it's gonna lead to eventually. It's gonna lead to a bunch of people getting martyred. Okay, some brothers included. But a lot of you people, you just gonna get flat out put to death. All right, because for one thing, the Spirit of the Lord is not protecting you, is not stopping with you. He's talking about in Northern Kentucky, you're gonna march. Hey, bro, that ain't gonna do nothing, bro. They don't care about your protesting and marching. They ain't gonna do shit. Only how y'all gonna make a noise is if y'all go out there and blazing. Like I was watching this video from TikTok. I don't know this lady. She could have been a Spaniard or Northern Kingdom. Who knows, man? But basically, they was talking about, well, I think it was Tennessee, that they passed a law. Now, I don't know how true this is, but she was kind of going into it briefly during her rant. She was like, well, anybody come for my kids, they gonna have to effing kill me. I'm like, well, you just gave them the green light, because that's exactly what they gonna do. They gonna come for you, and they gonna go through anything they need to put you down and anybody in their way. That is what it boils down to, bro. Esau ain't fucking around. He's on a time frame. He has an agenda to fulfill. He's not fucking with, he's not the resistance. He ain't trying to hear it, bro. So it's gonna be a civil war in this country, all right? And hey, ultimately, brothers, we just gotta remain faithful. That's it. Cause check this out too. This is from newsapp.com. Well, this is a app I've downloaded. They have very good articles on it. I'm not gonna read it, but you can read the title. It speaks for itself. I even zoom in if I can. Here we go. So you can see the title here. See this? It says such and such, such. So yeah, bros, man, we gotta put our stand in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So this is the book of Revelation 6, and I'm gonna start at verses 9. It says here, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High, for the testimony which they held. Okay. So, hey, remember the ancient men of the Lord, they would put to death for having his word. I think 11 out of the 12 apostles were martyrs. Okay, they were martyrs. The only one that wasn't really a martyr was John the Revelator, Apostle John. Why? Because he was banished into a salt mine, which is known as the island of Patmos. Basically, he was exiled and put in hardcore slavery. The Lord reserved him because it was the reason why he needed to break this book, that he needed to write this book, the book of Revelation. Okay, and I believe that John was the Lord's beloved disciple too, so it makes sense that the angel testified to him all these things. So, yeah, but hey, those were the souls that were beheaded, that were put to death for this word. Okay, and it's coming to a time again that, hey, not very much so, but you're still going to have, a handful of martyrs. Who are they going to be? I have no clue. You know what I'm saying? We have no clue on who the martyr will be. I can be one. You know what I'm saying? Any brother can be brothers, but it's just one of those things that we're still going to overcome. Women, etc. Everybody's faith is getting ready to be tried, man. So we got to stay farming. We have to stay farming and stay on point. Keep your belief, man. Scripture say, hold fast to that which thou hast, lest I come and take thy crown. All right. So this is the book of Revelation 3, and I'm going to start at verses 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell on the earth. Okay. Everybody's going to get tried. And some people are failing that test already. Okay. You got guys that's literally bowing 2 knees down to the image. Willingly bowing and then giving a lame excuse as to why they did. So Jake is already folding, and we ain't even at the end of the fourth quarter yet. Jake still got time to come back and hit the game-winning shot, but 30 seconds on the clock left, and Jake just threw the ball out of bounds. He gave up. I'm like, why, bro? Even if we win this game by 1 point, guess what? It's still a championship. A victory is a victory. No matter how sloppy it comes, it's a victory. And we're going to get it, Lord's will. And it says, behold, I come quickly. Hold fast that which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. That no man. So, hey, ask yourself, is anything worth losing your salvation for? Eternity of peace, love, happiness, things in order? You willing to put that off for 5 seconds of comfort that's not going to last long anyway? Because scriptures tell you that 2nd Ezra 16th chapter 68 verse, it tells you that they that consent unto them should be had in derision. So there's no point of consent, man, especially when you understand this truth. Don't get scared. Don't get weak. Don't get afraid. Oh, man, they going to come and take me. So what? They going to take you, man. Do you believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Okay, so if you want to hear this, he's not going to suffer you to be tempted beyond what you're able to do. Okay? You're not going to die the death of the unrighteous. Now, guys like Yohanan them, Tazariak, what's this guy's name? Sakari, them men, them dudes is gonna go out on a suicide mission, man. You know what I'm saying? I won't be surprised if Sakari commits suicide in the times we're coming in, because the heat is gonna be too strong. Because honestly, I don't see that guy making it, man. Especially if this is true about him being Eleazar of the ancient Sakari sect, the leader. Eleazar, which was the founder, or one of the founders of the ancient Sakari sect during the time of the Romans. if it makes sense that this guy, Al-Azhar lawyer, comes in that lot, then hey, it's already written he wasn't gonna make it. So hey, think about it. And it says here, behold, I come quickly, hold fast that which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Okay, hold fast. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he should no more go out. And I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is Jerusalem, and coming down out of heaven from my power. And I will write upon him my new name. Okay, that word new, which just means refresh, doesn't mean he's going to get a new name, Nate. It means to be refreshed. Okay, so that word new goes into the Greek word. Kainos, which means respect, recently made, fresh, recent, unused, unworn, a new kind, unprecedented, novel, uncommon, unheard of. Okay, it says fresh, refresh. So that's what it means. It don't mean that, oh, well, I'm going to get a new name. That's stupid. Why would the Lord change his name when he said I change not? All right, Revelation 15. And I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses. This whole chapter is really good. Yep, this is the book of Revelation 15, and I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, and they sang the song of Moses, servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, O Lord Yahweh Almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of the saints. Okay, so, hey, that's what you want. We want to sing that new song, which is this truth. Okay, we want to be the ones that's giving those harps. All right, don't come this far to lose your crown. You know, hold fast, because, brothers, the Lord ain't going to leave us unarmed. He's going to level us up, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be unfair for him to keep us in the same level when all hell's breaking loose. He knows he's going to have to put a certain type of spirit in us. Just like when we go out to the camp, it's a certain spirit on us, man. So you're going to adapt with time if you believe that, and stay grounded and stay faithful, man. Yeah, you're going to be shooken, but nonetheless, your spirit will adapt to it, and you're going to realize the miracles that's being performed. All right. And it says here, who should not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations should come and worship before thee, and thy judgments are manifest. Okay. And I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony was open. It says of the testimony in heaven was open. Okay. So, hey, the testimony which we have is going to take us all the way. It's going to take us to the finish line. That's what's going to get us through. Not guns, not roses, not rockets, not cargo ships, none of those things, not money. These things are not going to give us the victory. This testimony is going to give us the victory. And we're going to read it here. And part of that testimony is having and knowing the name of the Lord. All right. So this is the book of 2nd Esdras 2. And I'm going to start at verses 42. It says, I, Esdras, upon the Mount Zion, a great people who I could not number. This is the precept to Revelation 7. And they all praise the Lord with songs. Okay, another precept, Revelation 15, that new song. It says, and in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. And I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. It says, now they are crowned and receive psalms. And I said unto the angel, what young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. So think about it. Why would we have to stand stiffly in a world that nullifies his name? You know what I'm saying? They do away with it. So obviously it's something that's coming that's going to try to take us out of the spirit of the Lord. And it's something we're going to have to grab on to and keep some type of integrity. Okay, that's why it says so stiffly for the name, because no matter what they brought to the elect, the Lord have written them in the story to not bow or to not faint or to not break under whatever pressure we may be put under, whether it's losing houses, cars, jobs, whether it's threatening to be put to death, torture, whatever, the Most High see fit for brothers to go through in this time. you know what I'm saying, going without days eating, being demonized, man, being called a terrorist, but still standing for that name. That's why he commended us, man. And believe it or not, he saw himself there too. Okay? But anyway, brothers, I'm going to leave it there. Lord's will, you will edify, and all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom, the Baba Ball.